Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk About It. Today, I'm doing a new case study, and the case study is dealing with a client, or that's dealing with some issues. She's used some, bonding glue, and I know we've talked about bonding glue. And some of us have seen what it can do to some people, how some people can have allergic reaction to it. But this particular situation or question that came up to me was, is bonding glue toxic? Well, yeah, it can be. I always tell people, you could tell people how to use different products, and some people just going to start using it. They're going to read the manufacturer's directions. They're not going to even follow them. They're just going to use them for whatever reason they deem to. I was reading an article about this young lady that used some Gorilla Glue to bond her frontal lobe. Sounds bad, but people do strange things. Result of it, of course, it was her skin broke out extremely bad, got into her bloodstream. She's being treated for it now. So it's strange things that people use. I remember one time someone was putting their nails on with super glue, and there are some things that we're not supposed to use on our bodies, close to our skin, anything like that. But let's talk about it. Here's a question. I'll read you the question. Can hair bonding glue for weaves, wigs, extensions cause damage to your natural hair? Okay. Unfortunately, yes, it can. Well, the glue can do damage to your scalp, which can be permanent. Since this month, I think, is Alopecia Awareness Month. One type of alopecia that I know we're going to be talking about is traction. Because some people, once they put the frontal on, they don't know exactly how to remove it. So some of them are impatient. I've been that person before. Done my hair and was in a hurry, wanted it off, and just kind of pull, tug. And, just in a hurry, got to get it done. Looked at it a little bit, yeah, it looked a little thin, but I'm going to put some more on. And until one day, I took it off and realized it don't just look thin, baby, it's gone. So, a lot of things out of ignorance, out of not paying attention, and definitely not reading. So, the glue can do damage to the scalp, as I've stated, which can be permanent. Okay, I'm going to read this because I was studying this earlier. According to the Hair Trauma Center, did you hear what I said? The Hair Trauma Center. The founder, this beauty expert, her name is Jacqueline Tarrant. Hair weave glue does not allow for any breathing of the hair, in that it blocks the pores in your scalp, damaging hair follicles and drying out the hair. Now, listen, and in my experience, some people do come and they've had it on so long till they realized that some things were hurting, pulling and itching and all of that. But because they love the way it looks, they continue to wear it. The body tells you that something's wrong, okay? You can be having an allergic reaction. A lot of things could be going on, but, sometimes people won't check it out. One of my clients came in. She's new and liked her hair. Her hair was pretty and everything. But her head was hurting extremely bad. Once the weave was finally taken down, she had a lot of damage under there. And what I mean, she suffered a lot of scarring. She had all type of scabs under there, so it was pretty bad. So we end up sending her to a physician because now she has to be treated, okay? Because, now you're talking about infections and all of that. But I wanted to ask a question. When you think about the hair glue and the latex that is made out of, hair glue contains a large amount of soluble latex, which may cause a reaction to those who are allergic. A lot of times you won't know you're allergic until it's on there. I'm seeing more cases of people coming in with these spots, okay, where I'm trying to describe it. The spots have gotten so bad till the skin is actually discolored, okay, and it's clean as a baby's butt, okay. So, and it's very tender to the touch. And sometimes people come and say, well, hey, Suzette, all I want is, I know you could probably treat me or whatever, but I don't want to leave out of here, with people where people can see it. Can you still put my weave back on? Or can you put my wig back on? Well, to be perfectly honest, when it's that bad, I suggest that they go see a physician, because it may be internally an issue where they have to be treated from the inside, of course, inside out. But not only that, sometimes you do have to take that hair off and kind of do without it. You may have to get a ventilated wig or go with something else. But sometimes people want what they want when they want it, regardless to what type of repercussions may come out of it. But yes, it's very toxic. It can be so bad till, yes, it can get in your bloodstream. Then you're dealing with a whole different ball game. I was looking at pictures of different scalp, how they look when people just continue to wear the different bonding glues, even when the body's telling them, hey, something's going on, you need to take this off. And then when you take that bonding glue and decide that you're going to put your lashes on with it, come on, y'all, we're talking about your eyes, something you need to see out of. So, hair glue contains a large amount of soluble latex, which can cause a reaction to those who are allergic due to a high volume of products made with latex. And a lot of times people won't read. Now, majority of people I know are allergic to latex, okay? And it can't come in contact with their skin no kind of way, much less their scalp. So, you can continue to tell people that, and they will continue to use whatever it is that they like. And, I've had some to tell me, I'm only going to wear it for a little while. I want to go to this party. I want to go here. I want to go there. And I'm only going to put it on for just this moment. And then I'm going to take it off. But a lot of times, y'all, it don't take but a short period of time, and the damage will be done, okay? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to post some pictures later of some heads. And hopefully, if you see something that, somebody that's head is looking like that, or, just let's try to get them some help. Because is there help? Yeah, there's help. One thing I would tell you to do is stop using it. Stop wearing it. Stop. But I'm going to read a little bit more. Those who are allergic and have reactions can experience dermatitis, even asthma. Yeah. I mean, it could turn real bad. For those who suffer from latex reaction from hair glue, simple procedures like scalp treatments can help heal the affected areas. Sometimes hair must be cut a particular way afterwards, so as to avoid more swelling or lesions, okay? So, for those who suffer from dermatitis, okay, I look at, I'm noticing, we do kids' hair. And, some children I've seen, even at my granddaughter's school, and 99% of their hair is covered with weave. But when I see that it's bonded on, I've seen one little girl with a lace front, and I'm thinking, why is that even necessary? But, once again, there's no answer to why people do what they do. But, I mean, when your children are when they're telling you, Mom, this hurts, or Mom, this is itching extremely bad, or whatever, listen to them and take it off. Take it down. Even if it's cornrows and they're too tight. But yes, this glue and others are toxic. I do recommend that you do a patch test. When we were in school, cosmetology school, we were told to do patch tests. Some people say, well, I don't really do patch tests anymore. If you want to get the proper results from what you're doing, you want to do a patch test. You want to make sure that they're not allergic. They won't have any lesions or scalp disorders, or anything like that will come out of anything that you would do to them. I'm going to continue to read a little bit more. I think it was something else. If you have had extensions or use hair glue, if you've had extensions or use hair glue with a wig, thoroughly check your scalp. Okay, the neck area for bumps and swelling or any type of irritation. If you notice anything, remove the source of the issue immediately. Stop your use of hair glue and go see a primary care physician. Trichologists, we're seeing more and more people coming in, and some of the things that I'm seeing I've never ever seen in my life, which I often tell you should always be reading and trying to find out what's going on, because people are doing the strangest things with stuff now. So you really can't, some things I'm not going to have a name for until I study and read about it. And I'm going to tell you something, even when you go to the beauty supply store, I think one of the dangerous things in some of these beauty supply stores is that people have access to so much stuff. And some things need to be administered by a professional only, because if people really don't know how to use it, that's when the danger, health issues are going to come in. I have not seen so many cases, so many different types of scalp disorders in my life. And there are many, many. So, with that being said, there are newer, healthier options on the market, which are fragrance-free, non-allergenic for sensitive skin. I do a lot of clients that are going through chemo or have some type of scalp disorder. And one thing I do want to tell those that's going through their treatments, do not put any false eyelashes on when you're going through your chemo treatments. It's forbidden. Don't do it. Do not put any type of bonding glue, anything like that. Should not. And another thing, even when we're doing treatments and I have to go to the hospital, we can't wear a lot of high, loud perfume, because see, when people are going through different treatments, they're sensitive. Skin is sensitive. The sense of smell is sensitive, and you don't want to make them nauseous or anything like that. But I have to tell them, even getting your nails done when you're going through, do not, and I quote, and I iterate again, do not get your nails done. That means don't get the false nails put on. Don't get the lashes done. So, a lot of times you have to tell people that, because I'm doing some clients now, and you know, when they lose their eyebrows, eyelashes, or whatever, one says, well, I'm going to go get a tattoo. You can't do that. Microblading, avoid all of that while you're going through your treatments, okay? Because you don't want to add fuel to the fire and cause more problems. So yes, to answer your question about the glue, it is very highly toxic, okay? And among many other things, we were talking about the glue, the bonding glue. There are a lot on the market. There are a lot of them on the market. I want you to start reading. Stop and read. Find out if, you know, and it's, look, everybody want to look good, but you want to be in good health looking good as well, okay? So you want to take time and really read and find out what's really good for you. And I think that's where a lot of different things are happening to people's scalp. You know, because the lack of reading, trying to find out. And, you know, we just pick up some, oh, it smells good. Oh, they said this is good. Oh, I saw a video. This girl put this on her hair and it just, oh, it was so good and blah, blah, blah. But you don't know if it's good for you. So you want to take time and do the right thing so it will not cost you your life, because it can be very serious. This can be extremely serious. And yes, bonding glue is toxic. But it, like any and every other thing that you use, if you don't use anything, it's just like, you know, mixing products. It's not good to mix products together because they're two different chemicals. You don't know how they're going to react with each other, or much less with your body. So you want to always be careful to use replicable products. You want to make sure you get professional advice, not people that just walk around that don't know anything, but just telling you something so they can sell it. You want to make sure that you're doing the right thing for the right reason so you can get the right results, okay? I hope that I've said something today that will help you. I'm going to try to post these pictures because I think they need to be seen so that we all can get a clear understanding of what we should do. You know, one thing I can say, when a woman or a man loses or start losing his hair at any age, it can be devastating to the point where sometimes something simple as going to the wig store, finding a wig, you know, just trying to find that one wig that fits or that one wig that looks good or whatever, you know. Some things are kind of difficult and you need professional help to get that done. And, you know, so I've been watching different ones, finding wigs, bringing wigs to me, and I recut them to shape them to their head or color them so it can match whatever color they used to have. You know, it's a job. It's a job, but it's a well worth it. I enjoy it. It's a pleasure. But I just really want to say this. Please be very careful with the different bonding adhesive that you're purchasing and using. Make sure that it's not something that's going to break you out or cause you to be in the hospital, you know, because people do get sick behind using this toxic adhesive. And whatever you do, don't use Gorilla Glue. Okay? So, you know, we Google everything. Google what happens if you use a toxic adhesive and what it will do to your scalp. Sometimes you need to read about the things that you're using so you can find out what it's doing to you on the inside that you don't see while you're being pretty on the outside, you know. So, once again, let's talk about it. If you have any questions, comments, anything like that you want to talk about dealing with this bonding glue, any questions that you may want to ask, please feel free to inbox your questions. You can email them to p2pinformation7@gmail.com. Thank you once again. Continue to share this video. Continue to comment. And let's continue to talk about it. Please send in any topics that you want to talk about. I would love to talk with you. And I would love to talk with you. Thank you so much. Once again, looking forward to talking to you again on Let's Talk About It. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome day. Live.